about the thing I said or did for you that time.
Patty, you must try the meatballs. You think he's not enjoying the party?
Laura, we are all enjoying the party.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to MiSciFi. Thank you for joining us again on this wonderful Thursday. So, before we start, I'm Sheena. I'm going to have Troy come on here in a little bit. But I wanted to share some news or entertainment news and just kind of give an idea of what's going on in this industry. In the entertainment culture today, a fascinating shift is underway in the way Star Wars connects with its fans. A new piece from Den of Geek highlights that Star Wars, long considered the emotional heart of Generation X, is increasingly serving as a source of nostalgia for millennials instead. The change in perspective comes as key franchise leadership changes hands, with David Filoni and Lin-Wen Brennan taking over creative and financial leadership at Lucasfilm. Where Generation X first experienced Star Wars through the original films in the 1970s and 80s, millennials came of age with the prequel trilogy and animated series like The Clone Wars, works that shaped their childhood memories of the galaxy far, far away. As Lucasfilm enters this new era, the big question for fans and industry watchers alike are whether Star Wars under millennial influence will both honor the past and invite new generations into the story, or continue prioritizing familiar favorites like Bo-Katan, Ashaka, and Ezra that shaped millennial fandom. Well, I'm a Boba. Which generation do you think Star Wars speaks out to most? Right, Gen X or millennials or Gen Z? Let me know. Now, on to some introductions. I have here Mr. Troy. I'm going to bring him on.
Greetings.
Hello.
How are you and how is everybody out there in internet land?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. We're in for a very interesting array of weather before the festival. It's got me like, what?
So, it's getting close.
Yeah, we're almost a week out from the festival, and the weather coming through the country is absolutely smashing everything in its path, and it's possible that we might see a little bit of cold or ice or snow in the northern part of the state. And if that happens, that means the rest of the country is under a foot of ice. We just want to make sure that everybody's able to fly down and come out. That's we're actually scheduled. The schedule shows 92 people have signed up to attend.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's a first.
What was it last year?
I'm talking about filmmakers. I'm not talking about guests. People that watch the film, just filmmakers with their crews and screenwriters. 92. The most we've ever had was about 42 back in 2017.
2017, the most since 2017. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
And 92.
Yes. So you take that on top of the number of fans that show up, and it's going to be real nice.
Yeah.
It'll be real nice. Yeah. This will be a first. So, Star Wars is a big, is really a highlight these days because of the numerous shows that have come out in the past few years between Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Boba Fett, Bad Batch, Rebels. There's a lot going on, and we've got some movies coming out. Andor was like the top of them.
I have yet to see that one.
Yeah, you got to watch that.
Yeah.
And do you have Disney?
I do.
You have Disney? Okay. Okay, it's a slow drip for the first few episodes, but once you get hooked, you're not going to put it down. You're not going to put it down. It's very, very good. And so they're doing really well. And we actually have a Star Wars film this year. We
Do
have
we?
we have Halcyon Days documentary. I'll share the photo here. It's a documentary of the hotel. It's the Halcyon Days, which was a Star Wars theme hotel, and it's not even a Star Wars theme. It's the actual thing.
The actual thing.
Yeah, it's all practical. It's all there. It's not like it's VFX or green screen. It's a real set that is Star Wars inside of a ship. Wow. And look at this.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we should have had a trailer for it. As I saw the trailer, what happened to it? We'll look for it. But the documentary, Halcyon Days, excellent piece of work. Very touching story about the people who would frequently attend this. Do realize it costs like $4,000 to get it.
I would have spent money doing this.
Per family.
I would have gone. I would have gone.
Let's see if we can pull it up here.
I would have gone.
I can pull the trailer a different way. Hold on a second. I'm gonna load it up.
All right.
It's just taking a while for it to kick in here. And this thing is constantly asking me all these questions. I don't want to answer any questions. I don't want to be left alone. Okay, here we go. Let me share it. Window, Halcyon Days, audio, boom, boom. I just heard something.
I'm Carrie Copeland from Louisville, Kentucky. I teach senior English. I live a pretty normal life. Oh, Dad, I love you so much. I'm sorry I'm not there. All right, happy 80th birthday. I'm missing my dad's 80th birthday, but priorities, I gotta be on the Star Cruiser right now.
Hello there. I would like to congratulate you on booking your voyage through the galaxy. You will be boarding the Halcyon.
Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is a first of its kind vacation experience where you get to spend 2 days and 2 nights living out your very own Star Wars story.
The Galactic Star Cruiser was a branded Star Wars experience on Disney property that was a 2-day immersive theatrical live game-playing theater event. On its surface level, that's what it was.
I became obsessed with the Star Cruiser, but I shouldn't have gotten obsessed. I'm not a Star Wars super fan. So I want to look under the hood of this thing, and I want to know how, why, what does it mean about who we are? What's up with the Star Cruiser? Do you need a drink?
Not now.
Oh, Jellicle Snug Snack? So I decided on this character, Jellicle Snug Snacks, aka Snacks Baby. Behold.
Cosplay became something where I could express myself very freely. I can be a villain. I can be a non-human creature. I can be a wise sage. I can be a funny character.
I think you like sheep.
And I found that very freeing.
Pleased to know that our new ship's mechanic, Sammy, has brought him here.
It's 70 hours of immersive theater happening over the course of 2 days.
Just call me Snacks.
Yes. If we're skilled enough and we do our job, you take them through not just watching a hero's journey, but living it.
So an alternate reality game is what we call this transmedia experience. You have to go out and search and seek.
I just downloaded some stuff to my data pad.
You might talk to non-player characters. Holy crap.
What we fight for is not enough.
This is amazing. Maybe this world is deeper than I think it is. How deep does it go?
How did Disney create this thing that's so magic and powerful and connected so many people in such a positive way?
It felt kind of like I had been searching for like a certain level of belonging for a very long time, and that you feel like kind of instantly at home and welcome.
It's evolved into not just Star Cruiser friends, they're just friends now. And that Disney certainly did not plan for.
Breaking news from Disney this afternoon. One of its newest hotels at Disney World is about to close its doors for good.
This is the third to last voyage, and I can feel that. People are crying and sad.
Disney is permanently shutting down its Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel.
I think that it was doomed, like hard doomed from the beginning.
Yeah, that is just so sad. It's over. That was a year and a half of magic that everybody who got to touch it and be a part of it will remember forever. So my question is, now what? What are we going to do now?
Tear. So sad that it's closed. I lost your sound. You're muted.
Hold on a second. Yeah. What I'm saying is that I think, of course, Carrie, she's coming to the festival, so you'll be able to hear it from the wizard. But, it opened up during COVID, I think. COVID happened when it was open.
Oh, and with that price tag, I don't think it would never have lasted anyway.
Most people aren't going to want to even go, even if they have the money. But I don't know if it had poor attendance. I don't know what it was. When you look at this, it looks like it was pretty well attended.
Yeah.
But imagine 70 hours of theater in a 48-hour weekend.
No sleep.
No over sleep. 2 days. That, that's the reason why people are going to come back over and over. I think she went 3 times.
Wow. Wow.
So that speaks volumes to how good. And she's not even a Star Wars fan. She was not a fan.
She doesn't know anything about Star Wars. She's not a fan.
Yeah, and she did it and was like, "Oh my goodness, I love this," and met so many friends there and kept coming back.
Well,
and like I said, it's not like you go and you just show up. You actually are part of something that is cost a lot of money. That most Americans, much less have $400 they could spend on a weekend.
Well, I did ask the question, like, which generation? So, which generation do you think Star Wars speaks to most right now? It's like Gen X, Millennials, or Gen Z, or even what do you call right now?
Well, yeah, it's a blend between Gen X and Millennials, without a doubt, and it's that way because we'll bring Brad here. It's that way because there's so many films over, a period of 40 years. How many years is it? 60 years?
60.
I don't remember. 60, 50 years? I lost count. So if you have that many films across that large timeline, you're going to have fans of segments of each of those eras, trilogies, right? Trilogies. And so you're going to have, the old dogs, the boomers, right? The boomers that were around in the 70s when they saw the first one in the theater and that first trilogy, right? And then you have people who saw the prequels, which was 20 years later almost. Right?
Well, for me, I saw, and I apologize, I'm actually at a restaurant right now. I just got back from making a new film today in Orlando. So It's a really good project. It was an outreach from a poet friend of mine that I've known for years, and she wanted to bring some light to a very important story about a homeless lady in Orlando living out of her car with 6 dogs, actually. So we made a 3-minute film, and we did it all this afternoon on my phone. That's where I do all my production stuff. So I've got that uploaded to socials right now as my front leading post. And anyway, I apologize. I'm at a restaurant right now. I just got back to Tampa. Sure. But I would say you're absolutely right on Lucas and about I mean, film's been going on since the very end of the 1800s. With Lumiere and all that going way back. But and he actually did one of the first sci-fis. I believe it was called A Trip to the Moon or something like that, out of France in 1899 or 1901 is when it debuted here in America. And that was one of the foundational pieces that really got film going. There were obviously earlier things with like Edison and whatnot out, in America where there were, very, introductory level silent films and things. Right. But to get back to Lucas, Lucas really defined his whole era coming after him for science fiction, I thought. I mean, here's a guy who makes an epic myth, right, out of basically Joseph Campbell's mythology, but he sets it far in the future in a different galaxy. And I'll be honest with you, it was the first live action film I ever saw in my life in 1985. I saw The Empire Strikes Back. And up till then, I'd been listening to Rafi and watching cartoons and stuff. And wham, here comes George Lucas. Here comes John Williams. We got Star Destroyers. We got a Super Star Destroyer. Are you kidding me? Like this thing is bigger than cities. And it's got people on there. It's got laser cannons. Are you kidding me? As a kid, that was wild. And Hoth, oh my gosh. And the Tauntauns and the Speeders and the battle on Hoth. Oh man. And then Cloud City, a digital fortress in the sky where they have carbonite freezing to supposedly, store valuable materials like Tabana gas and whatnot. And yet, they use it to freeze a prisoner, which is Han Solo. And they want to use it on Luke to bring him before the Emperor. I mean, that film was foundational to me as a creative person. I became a composer and musician because of that. I started playing collectible cards when Decipher released the Star Wars CCG. I was really good at that. I was in the top 8 in the world for a long time in that card game internationally and globally. I had a ELO of 2,300. I've gotten day 3 top 8s. I've gotten 2nd place at U.S. Nationals, 2nd place at Grand Prix, 5th place at Grand Prix. I've won regionals and stuff like that. I loved it. It was great. It was one of the most fun and enjoyable things for me. I actually quit playing Magic immediately when Decipher released Star Wars because I was like, that's my jam, And the Players Committee has done a phenomenal job of keeping that game alive now for the 20-something years since Decipher went under. And, hats off to them for keeping the game alive, keep promoting events, giving out purses to top 8s and really promoting the community and developing the game still. It's one of the best communities in the gaming industry, to be honest with you.
Awesome.
But yeah, actually, so Lucas did a phenomenal job with Star Wars, and he had real vision. He started off with THX 1137, if I remember that name correctly. It was an award-winning student film about a little robot in a desert, if I remember correctly. And he actually spent 2 years prior to that writing a philosophy treatise based on Joseph Campbell's mythos of the hero with 1,000 faces. And, if you look at The Empire Strikes Back, it's actually got 3 interwoven heroes' journeys in it. It's got Han, Luke, and Leia all navigating their heroes' journeys simultaneously in tandem, sort of like a symphony of writing and storytelling right there. Now, that wasn't actually Lucas. That was Lawrence Kasdan, the writer. And hats off to him. That guy's a genius, absolutely, all the way through.
Remember that these are the same guys that were involved in Indiana Jones in that film.
Oh yeah, the original Indiana Jones, not the Disney stuff, but the original Indiana Jones was phenomenal. I love that. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, all that. That was absolutely amazing. Those were some of my favorite movies growing up. I I idolized George Lucas for a long time, and I loved his idea of, even if he didn't write the story, always doing story or created by George Lucas, because he was the mind behind everything. It was his story, it was his universe, and he exercised iron creative control in a lot of aspects, whether it was the books starting with Timothy Zahn and continuing on all the way through the spin-offs and media, even the holiday special with the Wookiees, right? I don't know if you guys remember that. I love that. I thought that was cool.
Right. Oh, that's awesome, Brad. That's awesome. And we really appreciate you sharing this stuff, because you seem like you're definitely someone that needs to be in our game show when we have it on.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. You have a game show? Are you kidding me? That'd be great.
Yeah, we
dominate us.
We had a game show. A couple nights
I
ago.
have so much useless trivia. You have no idea.
You're gonna have a good time.
And like nobody ever asked this stuff ever. So the Decipher game had this great aspect to all the cards, which was lore. Ironically enough, so at the top of every card was a little paragraph talking about, like a Star Destroyer and what its stats were, an AT-AT or an ATST, or a little bit of background about the character, or what was going on in the universe, all that. I learned so much about the lore of Star Wars because I have eidetic memory. I memorized everything on all those cards, and there's over 3,000 of them. So it was so much fun.
Right. Well, listen, we pretty much, you came right pretty much when we were wrapping up.
I apologize. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I've been traveling and filming all day. I really apologize.
Yeah. So, do you have any last words you'd like to add?
The only thing I would say is, when I was developing the Harmony Saga, I used the same structure and dynamics as Lucas did, except I wrote it as a cohesive whole. One of the problems I had with Star Wars was none of it was written together other than episodes 1, 2, and 3, the prequels. And, I don't know that he ever submitted or got awards at screenplay competitions for them before going into production. And I think because of that, some of the final stuff may not have been as polished or cohesive as maybe it could have been. And when I was doing the Harmony Saga, that's part of why I developed everything simultaneously.
Right. Okay. Awesome. So
thank you so much. I really appreciate the invite. I'm sorry for being late. I appreciate you guys so much.
Remember, there's going to be more opportunities.
And I'm going to be there in Miami, by the way. I figured out the finances. I'm coming for sure. I reached out on phone and Instagram and email to you guys to let you guys know. It looks like it might just be me, maybe one other person, but any guidance going forward by communications on those rigs would be really helpful, because I have no idea. I've never been to a film festival before in my life.
Okay, well, we're different.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Go Miami, go Florida filmmaking, right?
Yes, we will welcome you with open arms.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. I got a bunch of stuff to share with you guys. I can't wait.
Awesome. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Brad.
All right.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Yeah.
You too.
All right, and that's it, folks. That's it for tonight. And I think we are there. There isn't any more in the schedule tonight, right? That's it, right?
No, that was it.
Okay, great, awesome. I got some stuff to do for the festival this evening. All right.
Do our outro.
All right, outro it is. Where is it? Here we go.
Where are we?
Unknown.
Did anyone else from the team make it off that ship?
All scans have come up negative, James.
I'm starting to think no one else made it.
At least this sector will now be clear of the Offworlders' rule.
Yeah, but this sector will be crawling with marooned Offworlders for years.